Well, that was some fun NBA talk. This is where shit gets toxic.
Here we go.
We're moving on to the NFL, fellas. So,
You ready, DaDa?
I mean, we'll save that. That's for last. But first off, we're gonna talk about these that Thursday night football curse. Man, everyone always seems to get injured.
It was the injury bug out there.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is I want everybody to give all these QBs that are hurt right now the same treatment that they gave Lamar when he got
Ooh,
because when Lamar got hurt, there's is he worth the money? Is he worth the money?
that's fair.
Burrow and Watson are the most paid QBs.
What was
right
his
now.
injury?
Who?
Lamar.
Ankle.
What was it? Knee and ankle?
I think it was knee. Well, last year it was knee.
Last year was knee, but this year he got in that game he got hurt with his ankle.
And it was just like
And he
a
came
high
back.
ankle sprain.
Nah, I think he get tweaked it a little bit.
Tweaked it. Okay, so this is my point with Lamar. So let's open
Come on.
this up.
All right, let's
open
do
this
it.
up.
Let's do it.
We gotta say that. We gotta say that. We gotta say that. We'll go to that. So first off, Mark Andrews.
Ooh,
That's
okay.
tough. That's a tough L for the Ravens.
Yeah.
Big loss.
Joe Burrow. That's a huge L for the Bengals. I mean, from the QBs that have been injured this year, we got Burrow, torn wrist ligament, Daniel Jones ACL, Kirk Cousins Achilles, Aaron Rodgers Achilles, Deshaun Watson shoulder, Anthony Richardson shoulder. It's crazy to see, bro. Like
this year, bro. In all honesty, I never seen this many injuries with
No.
quarterbacks.
Nah.
And then it's no disrespect to nobody's quarterback, but you don't see like a veteran quarterback that really just like putting on wild numbers and winning. You know what I'm saying? Like they putting like okay numbers. Like you already know, like the Eagles, Hurts not really playing that he did last year. Mahomes not. Nobody's really like Lamar. Like nobody's really playing like how they played last year, but. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even trying to be funny, but nobody really like playing like wild numbers.
That was on
like,
point, bro. That was on point.
But nobody putting like wild numbers. Like last year, like Mahomes put up I think like almost like 5K yards again.
Yeah.
And like Hurts had I think had 36 touchdowns. Was like I think he led the league in rushing touchdowns. Like and for quarterbacks, like nobody really putting on wild numbers.
But y'all winning though, right?
Well, yeah, we win. We 8-1. Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody said
I was just
a lot of
making
people
sure.
saying we're the worst 8-1 team.
Great defense,
Yeah.
though.
A lot of people saying we're
Yeah,
the
it's
worst
good
8-1 team, and I'm like, bro, y'all really hating. But I mean, I'm gonna let y'all talk.
Stats don't matter if you winning though, right?
Defense definitely wins championships.
damn.
About Burrow, I will say about Burrow that to me, in my personal opinion, that's a season ender for the Bengals for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if you look at the first few games when Burrow was still Burrow but hurt, how
Didn't
terrible
he hurt
they were
his?
doing.
Didn't he hurt his ankle at the beginning of the year?
His calf.
And it was
calf,
it was
yeah.
a non-contact, so
Yeah.
those are even scary. Like
Yeah.
If you just look at those few games, bro, I think it was 2 or 3 games. Like, bro, that was
he was getting back to it.
That
That's
was
the
some,
shit that
but,
sucks.
But in the heat of it, that was some terrible QB play. Like if you just watch the game, like I don't even know why they had him out on the field at that point. But I mean, as far as their backup, he was throwing pretty good toward the end of that game, but it's not enough to take that team where they're supposed to go.
Yeah.
As far as the ceiling they've already reached, they need to go to the Super Bowl. There's no under that. There's no championship. There's nothing at all. It's Super Bowl, win Super Bowl or bust.
Yeah, Mr. Daniel Jones and this New York Giants team had crazy hopes for this year.
They got finesse.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Game 1, they should have lost those hopes. Like the Giants, I would say, like
40-0 is crazy.
terrible injury, ACL, Daniel Jones.
Like this shows you why Saquon should have got his contract.
Definitely should have got his money.
You gave all that money for Daniel Jones for him to hurt his knee and then hurt his ankle.
And he didn't deliver before he got hurt. So I just don't see where
They gave him that money because of how they upset Minnesota. That's why last year.
Yeah.
That's literally the reason why.
That's fair.
That's ridiculous.
Speaking of Minnesota, I feel horrible for Mr. Kirk
he
Cousins.
was doing so
He was
good.
balling,
He was
but
doing so
Okay, but with
good.
that, can we talk about Dobbs?
that's what I was gonna say. That's what I'm gonna bring up.
I love Dobbs.
So-
I ain't even gonna lie.
So obviously Kirk Cousins loses them flowers. He's been killing it all season, but this Dobbs story has been
Bro,
an
Insane.
Cleveland-
amazing story.
Cleveland is so dumb for letting him go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, like, you let him go, and now you have quarterback issues. Like, I can understand with Arizona because they trying to tank, so I understand they're trying to keep Kyler Murray. So I'm not even mad at them for that. But Cleveland is really dumb as hell for like letting him go.
They have a Super Bowl defense.
That's what I'm saying. Now you have they do. They defense literally been carrying them. They
Yes.
get records because of their defense. Now you letting Dobbs go. Now you struggling at quarterback. You
Yeah.
getting all this guaranteed money. Somebody who only played like 3 games.
But with the Browns, let's give Deshaun his flowers that second half. He went 14.
He did go 14. Yep.
And he fucked up his shoulder in the first quarter.
And you could
he
tell.
went
And
dummy.
you could tell he was hurt too. You could tell something was bothering him.
I feel so sorry for Browns fans. They're probably like, okay, this is the Deshaun we needed. And then after the game, oh, bro, chipped something in his shoulder. He's out.
I mean,
like,
look at Anthony Richardson, though. I mean, kind of the Colts fan kind of probably feel the same way.
Yeah.
Look how long they waited for a QB like that.
I mean, men.
The thing with the Colts though is that they never protect their QB.
Yes.
I mean, look at. I mean, and I'm not. The only thing with Anthony Richardson though is that his style of play was kind of like rough. You know, he trying to play like
exactly.
dive in, so you can't do it with your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
The thing with the Colts though is that they always had they the one team I know had history of bad QBs. Because if you look at it, once Luck had retired because he couldn't stay healthy because they couldn't protect him.
Exactly.
Bro, if you look at the stats, I'm gonna go back to the Bengals. They need to protect Joe Burrow ASAP because he gonna go out like Andrew Luck very quick. Because if you look at the Colts, after Andrew Luck retired, they went through so many QBs. It was ridiculous. You went from having Phillip Rivers, having Matt Ryan, having Carson Wentz. They couldn't keep nobody stay. Having Nick Foles, nobody could stay. And now you finally get a QB, but you can't still protect him.
Exactly.
They did have Phillip Rivers on the way out, though. I will.
I mean,
he was well past his way out.
But either way, they didn't protect him.
No, most
him.
definitely.
That's what I'm saying.
Most definitely.
Matt Ryan was running for his life out there. That's why he said, "Man, I ain't coming back." Man, said, I'm gonna become an analyst.
The Colts are definitely a QB killer for sure.
They're a QB for sure. Like funeral over there, like cemetery. Like nobody can stay healthy over there.
Yeah,
I mean,
but like
same
you
with-
said,
same
that's
with
how
the
he
Giants,
plays.
But
Same with the Giants and the Jets.
But the Giants, they didn't have no big name QB out there. That's what I'm saying. These are big name QBs who did a lot in their career coming over here, and they not get protected.
Okay, yeah.
Like top draft picks type.
Yeah.
All the QBs I named either won a Super Bowl or they had a phenomenal career. Every last one of them.
But they all also were very different style of QBs than Anthony Richardson, I would say.
Yeah.
That this is definitely like that kind of step. I feel like that's kind of out of their ordinary. You see what I'm saying? They have an Anthony Richardson now, so he can kind of get away from a little pressure more than Matt Ryan.
Yes,
Phillip
Phillip
Rivers can.
play. But if you look at the Giants, outside of Daniel Jones, what other QB can you name?
I can't.
Besides Eli's
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Eli Manning. That's
pretty
pretty
much
much.
Eli.
That's the only
in the
person I
past.
think of.
Eli's their franchise. After that, they went through so many QBs from Daniel Jones, Tyrod Taylor, and none of them really stood out.
Tyrod.
I do like Tyrod.
I ain't
He's
gonna lie to
nice,
you.
but
Tyrod.
Yeah.
See,
Since we're talking about Mr. Anthony Richardson, that AFC South, let's give a shout out to the Houston Texans, baby.
Oh, I can get that.
Yeah, what, yeah.
Shout out CJ.
going to a game tomorrow.
Shout out CJ.
What?
Yeah, man. Going to a Texans game. Texans in Arizona, so.
Kyler, if you ruin my fucking Sunday.
You wanna know what's crazy? I got to start bro because Joe Burrow out. I got to start him now for the rest of the season.
And he's hungry too. Kyler looks pretty hungry.
He does,
He's
but
been sitting
he's
and
also
watching.
running around like a child that
No,
just
he-
stole candy from a store.
Trust
He
me, they're
won
not
the
gonna do
game for
nothing.
them though, doing it.
That's what I'm saying. Though, but
Nah,
how much longer? His O line is horrible.
Not with the Texans, bro. I promise you, CJ Stroud's not gonna let that happen.
I hope.
He's
I
not
hope.
How's the Texans defense? Like, honest
solid.
question, because I don't
Bro,
know.
it's
When they're
good
healthy,
enough.
when
They're
they're
good?
healthy, they're solid.
They are good enough to
Haven't
let
been healthy
CJ
at all
Stroud do
season.
his
Like they literally have one of the top 5 safeties.
I will say
real.
their defense is good enough for Stroud to make the difference. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
they're good enough. I will say that. Like,
And it's always next man up. I mean, I send y'all the injury
consistent,
list.
Yes,
That is
consistent
true.
Shit is
enough.
so crazy.
Everyone
Y'all
is
injury
trying to
list
play.
look like your roster.
But I feel like
It's also D'Amico.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
D'Amico
it's-
Ryans. I mean,
it's-
if you have a coach like that, you're gonna want to play for him, whether you're option number 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
Bro, they've had a practice player like play every game, like just elevated to the main roster just because of all these injuries, and they're getting like
Bro,
burned.
their
They're
punter-
getting
their
burned.
You're
punter
running
had to get
back.
a kicker.
Yes.
Yeah,
I seen that.
That's crazy. He put up 15. I said
that's enough
bro.
as it is. Like that's enough as it. I promise you, that team right there is gonna be a wild team right there. Like that's gonna be a shocker team right there. They're gonna really do something out of the ordinary and slip.
I think they can pull off.
I don't mean to get you excited, but
I think honestly, I think the ceiling's so high. I think they can pull off what Jacksonville had did playoff wise.
Oh man, I pray.
I see
as
it.
much as it hurts me to say, I agree with that. I agree with that, and honestly, I agree with that. Bro.
Which that is another team. Let's talk about some of these teams that have great records but don't look great. Jacksonville,
Chargers. Go ahead and say it, bro. It's all right. It's all right. Just
I was gonna
the
say
Steelers.
Rip it off.
How are the Steelers with Kenny Pickett 6-3. I do.
Mike
defense.
Tomlin.
I know,
Mike
but
Tomlin.
it's just so.
I mean,
Mike Tomlin put a spell on every team
Tomlin,
in his.
man.
Mike Tomlin
bro,
has
you-
never been under
not
500.
even
This-
just Mike Tomlin, bro.
God.
The power of a good coach is
Man,
honestly
you
very
have to
overlooked in
that
the NFL.
coach, and you also have to look who's on that defense.
Oh, man.
TJ Watt.
Mr. TJ fucking.
Nobody
Yeah.
is fucking with him.
At all.
Yeah.
Him and JJ probably gotta be like one of the best brothers to ever hit on the league. Honestly, like,
Better than Travis and what's his better name?
Jason.
I don't
Jason?
know.
that's offense. I'm talking about defense.
Yeah, that's true.
If you give the Williams brothers on the Jets a couple years,
Eh,
I don't know,
yeah,
bro.
I'm not gonna
that's
lie.
a dangerous.
I'm taking JJ over Quentin Williams any day.
Okay, but this the thing though. Quentin and his brother play two different positions. See what I'm saying?
I'm saying JJ and TJ do too. You got a interior lineman versus a pass rusher.
I feel that.
And
I
then-
told you, the motherfucker's a fax machine, man. It's scary.
I don't know. I like the Williams brothers,
But, I
but
mean-
they're also playing on the same team at the same time.
I get that. I mean, that I'm not taking them away
That's
for
live as
that.
fuck.
But the thing is, Quentin Williams has been blossoming since he came in the league.
Right.
His brother Quincy just now getting recognition and stuff and balling.
So it's
That's what I'm saying. But TJ and JJ did this shit since the rookie seasons.
okay.
Okay.
They got
So,
rookie of the year.
so let me ask you a question though. If you give the Jets a competent QB, right? And
Oh, yeah.
and they get to keep their defense off the field at least a little bit more, because I mean they're on the field literally all game.
I see where you
He knows the
Oh,
answer.
yeah.
He knows the
But
answer.
watch this. But watch this. Watch. I'm glad you said that. JJ have not had a top QB at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was in the same situation as the Jets. They were 2-14 at one point.
Okay.
So you can't say that one. And then with you can say it with TJ.
Who was their QB?
They had like Matt Schaub and all of them over there at one point.
Who was their receivers?
Their receivers besides Andre Johnson, they have like no big receiver but Andre Johnson.
I like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, the Jets have who?
And
Zach Wilson.
they got Garrett Wilson, so you can't say receiver. They got top
Yeah.
receiver too.
They have Garrett Wilson, but they have Zach Wilson throwing the ball to Garrett Wilson.
But you also have Matt Schaub throwing it to Andre. He still put up numbers he put up better numbers than Garrett Wilson.
But you have Robert Saleh, and then you have Mike Tomlin.
But I'm saying with the Texans, they didn't even have a good head coach.
The Texans?
The Texans back then they did when JJ was playing.
Okay.
They didn't have a good head coach on JJ Jr.
I like that. That's a good point.
And did y'all see JJ did get bashed for that? Because I couldn't tell if he was serious or not. He was saying like, oh, I want to make a return, go back to the Texans. And everyone was like, oh, now you want to come because we got a good quarterback. But it's like, in his defense, he never
put
had a
in
good
work.
quarterback. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He put in enough work to where if you wanted
you gotta
to do
respect
that,
him, man.
They were saying bring DeAndre. DeAndre deserves to be back
he
before
should
JJ.
I ain't gonna lie, DeAndre should have never left.
Yeah.
I mean, you got blame.
I don't blame him for leaving, but he,
Nah,
That's
you got
Bill
blame
O'Brien.
But you
Fuck
got
Bill O'Brien.
blame him, man.
Fuck Bill O'Brien.
looking at his situation now and y'all's situation, man.
But I mean, at the same time though, bro,
Options on
that's
that team
why
now.
I'm gonna take TJ. I'm gonna take TJ and JJ right now because like the numbers they're putting up, bro, they both already have a career of 100+ sacks already.
Yes.
I mean, that's fair.
And then
Crazy.
like I said, I think TJ is only like 28, 29. Bro, that's crazy already doing that. Like,
Yeah.
And I'm saying like Quentin Williams is like Quincy is like 27 already.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm taking TJ every single time. And then on top of that, his QB right now is not that good. But I mean, he played with Big Ben, so we get that. But he only played with Big Ben, I think, like 1-2 years.
Yeah.
And after that, he had to play with Kenny Pickett for the rest of his career. Right now.
Damn. That was it. That's it.
And JJ never had a great QB. I think his last 2 years, he had Deshaun. After he was gone because his injury stopped piling up for JJ.
I don't like Kenny Pickett. You know, I don't think he's a great QB. I'll say I don't think he's just a terrible QB.
Yeah.
he's not a Daniel
It's the
Jones
offensive
or
coordinator. That's
he-
what it
you
is.
know what I'm saying. He has his days where he, you know what I'm saying, he'll put up enough. But as far as Zach Wilson, that's a QB who brings your team down. You know, like okay, hold on, let me make my point. So Kenny Pickett, he's not a great QB where he's gonna overexceed, but he can at least do enough to where it'll keep, you know what I'm saying, it'll keep him in the game.
He a good average QB.
He won't bring him down. You know what I'm saying? He might keep him just constant and
George
up
Pickens
to
said
someone
otherwise.
else. But then again, it's hard to make him happy regardless. So it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter who you
that's-
get
Yeah.
QB as. If you put him on the Jets, oh bro, he would have stopped playing.
Oh, that's
week 2.
worse.
He would have stopped playing week 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Zach Wilson, that's
But,
a QB. You
but at the
can
same
watch the
time
game
though,
and
but
see.
I still wouldn't take Quentin and them over that. Like if you look at a set of brothers on defense, we even mentioned like of course you got them. I'll probably put them like the top 3 because the only team I can say who got a good set of linebackers like brothers or just overall defensive brothers was like Clay Matthews and his brother. They was good.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
That was
that.
good as well, but I'm putting them like, you know, in the top 3 because I mean they both doing their thing, but it's only 1 year they play.
What about the Bosa brothers? Let's talk about
Y'all been saying
them.
them
Yeah.
too.
That's underrated.
You can't overdo
That's what I'm
them.
saying.
Numbers talk for
That's
themselves.
what I'm saying. So you got brothers like that over them. That's what I'm saying. This is their first year.
Yeah,
thing.
I see
Man
that.
needs
I
a
will
yay.
put Bosa over the Williams brothers too, honestly.
That's
What's up?
No, I was just saying this man needs AA.
I'm dead. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like right now, I'm saying JJ and TJ are probably like one of the best set of brothers in the league. Then I put the Bosa brothers next. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's how I would do it.
Yeah, but I just feel bad now that he brought up Zach Wilson. I feel bad for Mr. Zach Wilson and Mac Jones. I've never seen two grown men almost cry on national television.
Mac Jones is dumb.
They're literally
They
getting.
said he lost the locker room. Mac Jones.
It's sad. It's really sad, bro. Because it's like
Cause they said Belichick might be out the door.
I was gonna say two grown men cry. Brian Daboll might be one of the first. he's been toward the edge lately, man.
And I don't even think they should let him go because it's not his fault. He doing
It's
his what he
definitely
can.
not his fault. It's not his fault at all.
They should stay.
I really wish we would have got him on the show.
Oh shit! Can you talk about your scary fucking predictions with the Bills right now?
told
This shit
you.
is crazy,
I told
bro.
you.
They really.
They're dog. Yeah, I ain't gonna say they dog shit, but they.
I told y'all months ago. Remember when I said it? Not saying y'all, but everybody else called me crazy. I said, bro, the Bills are not gonna make it.
He did say that.
And everybody like, man, Cam, you don't know what you're talking about.
3 months ago, this man said that.
And I said, y'all, look in their division. They're not, even though they beat Miami twice. I mean, they beat Miami, I think once or twice. I don't care. But
Yeah.
nobody's going to, they're not going to do anything in the playoffs because, one, their defense, hella injuries. They gave Von Miller all that money, and he was out for the first couple of games.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They lost Matt Milano for the season. They lost Tre'Davious White for the season. Gabe, after that receiver, Gabe Davis not doing much over there.
Yeah.
That second receiver. They can't give Stephon Diggs the ball. Josh Allen can't stop turning over the ball. James Cook is he's a good running back, but he's not your pure running
Not
back.
Dalvin.
They didn't get Dalvin,
Yeah.
and they missed out on getting Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
All that in the same season.
How the OC get fired when he can't control fumbles and interceptions?
That's a scapegoat.
Fall guy.
That was a scapegoat. They let him go for no reason. It wasn't his fault. They would put him good numbers. He
doing
just
very
couldn't stop
good.
turning over the ball. That's why I said this is gonna be Sean McDermott's lecture because when you have a great QB or like how everybody rated, and then you have like a great coach, you have at least 5 years minimum to do something.
Yep.
Because if you look at it, because this right now this is their last year. They've been together for I think like 6 years. He's gonna be out the door.
Easily.
If you look at and Cincy, if they don't do nothing, he probably be out the door this year too.
Now he's out the door.
He's gone. Brandon
Brandon
Staley's
Staley?
gone. Brandon Staley's
man.
Don't hate to say it. We're celebrating.
Mike McCarthy gonna be gone. They don't do nothing this year. A lot of head coaches gonna be gone with the QB. You get 5 years max to do something. After that, you're gone. Because that's after their rookie contract. They're going to ask for more money. If you can't develop them, they're going to have the ego, and you can't do nothing. You're out the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's 5 years, like max.
Like that's why
Should
you
be
see
3. Really,
That's why you see Belichick has stayed so long with New England because Tom Brady won the rings. He's like, okay, I can stay. I ain't got to do much.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why. I mean, look at
That's certified.
look how everything was with Carolina when they was winning. Rivera was able to stay.
Cam?
When they was winning.
Yeah.
Ron Rivera was able to stay, right? Once they start losing, what happened? Out the door.
they got him out of there.
Yeah.
And it's probably gonna be the same thing with Washington right now with Sam Howell because they starting over and he ain't
Yeah.
doing much to help him out.
Speaking of Sam Howell, that right there, you give him about 2 years or a year, and
Put him on the Jets.
he'll be man.
He was on the Jets.
Reminds me
That's
of,
what I'm saying.
He reminds
Like-
me of Kirk Cousins, honestly, a lot.
But I'm
Okay.
saying
He
like,
reminds me of Kirk Cousins a lot.
but the whole quarterback and head coach, you get like 5 to 7 years max. I'm gonna say 5, but a lot of people say 7. I'm saying 5.
Yeah.
Because all these people like they're not doing much.
7 is a lot. Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna say it depends
Yeah.
on that coach's history. It depends. So a coach like Brandon Staley, who doesn't have any head coaching history, it should be at least max 3 years. It should be 5. I would say 5, like no more.
But
than
it
5.
also depends on like I'm glad you said culture, but it also depends on who's on that roster. So like if you don't have like much great players, you just came off a rebuilding, that's a different story.
Well, we'll use the Chargers as an example. You got Justin Herbert.
That's what I'm saying. That's a great team.
Y'all
Y'all the highest
should be
paid.
3
Who?
years max.
I'm dead.
Who?
It should. You got Justin Herbert. You got a franchise QB like Justin Herbert, right?
Right. Yeah.
You got an offensive coordinator we went out and got this year, right? And Kellen Moore. That right there.
But I'm
man,
saying, okay, so but that
He
team,
ain't giving you no eye contact.
the reason why I'm
He
getting
don't want
like
to.
more of what's called with the team because y'all have the highest paid defense in the league,
Right.
So ain't no way like y'all should be losing games. And with the Ravens, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all was supposed to get rid of him a long time ago, Harbaugh, but I kept him because y'all tried to develop Lamar, but y'all was gonna get rid of him a long time ago.
It's also because I feel
like
like he
Harbaugh, though.
defended Lamar
But I'm
a
saying,
lot.
but they was gonna get rid of him at one point. That's how it was.
Oh, you should like Harbaugh for sure.
But
You shouldn't like any of your team.
But I'm dead.
Franchise, OC,
We'll wait till
GM.
to that.
Like that.
Cam, let's get to the Monday Night Football game. Mahomes versus Hurts rematch. Monday Night Football should be a good one.
You already know who I'm going with.
Maybe another Super Bowl rematch. Who
You know
knows?
who I'm going with too. I'm gonna go ahead and lock in Hurts
You already know. Who I'm going
Okay.
with.
as the
This-
AFC.
Who's at home?
The Chiefs at home. It don't matter though. We both.
Yeah.
But no, you can't make that face, bro. You tell why you can't make that face because we both are 4-1. We're 4-1 on the road, and they're 4-1 at home.
Okay, but Arrowhead, I will say we play Arrowhead 2 times a year, and I've seen many teams go through Arrowhead.
But at the same time, look,
Mahomes doesn't like the regular Mahomes. You're right.
I get
but
that.
At the same
But
time, Hurts doesn't either.
I'm not even gonna say that. I'm glad you said that. This is why I'm gonna say that.
Oh shit.
Hurts was playing on a bruised knee, right?
Yeah,
He had that
yeah.
bye week. He's finally back smiling. He ain't smiled all season, and we're 8-1. I'll be smiling hell if I'm 8-1.
Hell yeah.
So he's finally smiling and engaged. What's Cam Jerkins back from my old line? That's what we needed. I know Dallas Goddard's out. We have other people who can step up, next man up. We had to do that in the Super Bowl. People got hurt. On top of that, the defense are finally clicking. Finally, yes, they've been finally clicking the last 2 weeks. So now we got that bye week for them to extra practice and coming back. And Kevin Byard finally got extra practice with us too. I ain't gonna lie, I would definitely roll with Philly. And I'm not taking them against Kansas. And I'm not saying because I'm an Eagles fan.
What's the score?
My dad
31-24.
My dad was feeling
Lock
bold.
it in.
My dad was feeling bold. He was saying like, "Oh, we're gonna beat them by 17." I said, "No, we're not. We're not." I'm gonna say it's
21-14.
nah,
21-14
nah,
Eagles.
it's gonna be higher than that.
It's gonna be higher
I'm gonna say
because they both gonna score like
Those
a mug.
defenses, no, bro. I don't think it's gonna be a high scoring game at all.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna say 23-20.
Okay.
See, I don't
I got
think
31-24.
I think
31.
I don't think we ain't putting 31.
Who
in
you
the
got
head.
winning? Who
Philly.
you got winning?
Philly.
I don't think neither one of those teams are giving up 31 points.
I think.
just
AJ
don't- I
Brown,
don't
bro.
I ain't gonna lie. I
Right.
think it's gonna be
I don't
35-31.
I mean, you
Ain't
got
gonna be
Reed.
that
You got Reed and McDuffie. I mean,
Yeah.
Brown he's
Not gonna be that
cold,
high.
but I mean,
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, Duffy not no scrub.
or Reed. Neither one of them is a
And then
I
on-
feel like
and on
Reed
top of
this year,
that-
he's hidden.
And on top of that, not Bradbury. Slade been playing better lately, and Blankenship not no hoe either. So I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be
It's gonna be a competitive defensive game.
Blankenship.
Just run.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say 23-20, but I got us, bro. We're gonna get that rematch. We're gonna get that revenge.
See,
And then everybody's focused. Like, 'cause if you look at Kansas City, everybody over there is like, "Are you good?"
Yeah. He just got to pee real quick.
He getting nervous.
He getting nervous for us about to happen. He getting nervous about to happen.
I think the thing with Philly is that they're more focused like right now. Like they're saying like they're not saying it's another game. Like they want to play and stuff. And Kansas City is a great team. Don't get it right. But
Yeah.
the thing we got them beat is like if we're double teaming Kelsey and everything, and everybody else is effing up, like our run defense is amazing. All we have to do is as long as we have our run defense do that job, the secondary never can come up. We've been skeptical, starting the season, whatever, boom, boom, but they starting to come together with it.
Yeah.
And I'm not even trying to use it as an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not the type of players like, oh, this is why we're losing. But I'm gonna give facts. We had to replace our entire staff. That hasn't been easy, and we're still 8-1. Says a lot. We had to replace our offensive coordinator.
So staff is a big deal then.
Huh?
So
But I'm
staff is
saying
a
that's what
big
Blake
deal.
said that. But it also
I just
Shit,
wanna know.
he's about to get cooking.
I just want to know for later on.
it's
about to get cooking.
it's a huge
It's
factor.
a very huge
'Cause,
factor.
Oh, trust me, I felt you. I had fucking Bill O'Brien ruin my
But I'm saying,
my life.
but if we look at nobody took more losses in the offseason than us because we lost our offensive coordinator, our defensive coordinator, we lost half our defense, and we had to replace everybody with rookies. Everybody on our staff is rookies.
Okay, but to that
and
point,
we're still 8-1.
to that point, I will say, you're talking about losses in offseason, but I will say there's not one team I can name mid-season or active season that makes as many power moves as Philly.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We got one of the best
So
teams.
it kind of evens out.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
we only
It
made
evens
Yeah, it
out.
does.
We only
evens
made
out.
one move, and that's getting Kevin Byard because we're lacking that safety, which is understandable. We finessed that trade, but if you also look at it, at the end of the day, we still lost everybody. So that course is going to take a long time for them to gel together. You bringing in all these rookies from college who didn't play not one NFL snap, and some of them couldn't even play preseason because they were hurt.
Yeah.
So you bring it all together and get time to gel. So of course, it's gonna be some growing pains, some penalties, and everything like that. So the fact that they're still 8-1 with growing pains, and we still have to grow, and not every team is going to be successful. It's how you finish the game.
I will say also with Philly, what I think a big thing is y'all's team is very dependable. Okay,
Yeah.
so as far as injuries, you rarely hear Philadelphia have mainly all their starters out with injuries, like
Yeah.
most other teams. You got Who you got? You got AJ Brown. You got Hurts. You got Devontae. I like him a lot.
I do too.
Byard. You got Jalen Carter.
all of them.
Who else you got?
And when we lost that game, Carter wasn't playing or Slay.
Yeah,
Slay. There is Slay too. I like him a lot too.
What I'm saying with that is that like we're gonna be fine because at the end of the day, like you don't see. It's how you finish the games. You know what I'm saying? Every team is not gonna play dominant because if you think about it, a lot of teams are struggling this year. Yeah. Like this ain't the Chiefs game. This ain't the Chiefs we normally see. Yeah, and they're 7-2, but we're getting more bashed. And then like they're one game up from us.
Well, I will say that the Eagles aren't the same Eagles team. They're still very good. Yeah. But as far as last year,
that's why I'm glad you said that because they're gonna figure it out because we like I said we had to change everything. We changed everything and then. Great teams gonna get figured out eventually.
Well, they're 8-1, right?
And I'm glad you just said that because it gets me to thinking. So, the thing with Cowboy fans, I talked to some this past week, and they were saying the reason they don't like their schedule is because they take the easy road out to finish the season, and they think when it comes to playoffs, they've played to such that low level to where, and that's where I'm coming with the Eagles. They have a super tough schedule coming up. Leading them to playoff time to get them ready for playoff time, and
and then like what's overall like great teams get figured out. I'm glad.
That's what I'm saying. Like y'all gonna build from that when y'all play those big teams into going. I mean,
we gotta play the Chiefs, we gotta play Buffalo, we gotta play a lot of playoff teams versus like how the Cowboys gonna do. But
I mean.
It just,
they were happy about beating the fuck out of the Giants. I don't.
I don't know why.
The whole thing about being a great team is that you change up your stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be like a little risk. But last year we got figured out. We couldn't do the same place from last year, obviously. So we had to switch it up. It's gonna be a little different. We got to do a little more passing than running because last year we did more running than passing, and they figured it out now. So that's why we started doing trick plays, and then we still winning. So the fact to be a great team is to always switch it up and pivot because if you stay on the same level, you're not gonna go anywhere. So the fact that they're 8-1 and switching everything up, and a lot of people say, "Man, this Eagles team tripping." Now we're number one ranked power ranking. Which one is it, man? Like, come on, with
we got to move subject because Cam gonna keep going.
I was gonna say
it's not gonna stop. It ain't gonna stop.
But I have a good question on the Eagles, real quick. It's just out of curiosity.
What's up?
How many touchdowns this year do y'all have do the tush push?
Oh, we have a few.
I want to know. Okay.
I think Jalen Hurts got the most. It's because of him. And if you take him away, that's why I want him to be MVP this year.
Okay.
If you take him off the team,
no, though. But you feel like tush pushes due to Jalen Hurts'
no, that's the O-line.
Or the O-line.
That's the O-line.
Coming from other teams who tried to tush push.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's O-line, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's O-line.
No, I'm gonna say both.
I'm gonna say Kels.
This is why I'm gonna say both. This is the reason why I'm gonna say both. I'm not gonna I'm gonna give it the O-line, but I'm gonna say it's an equal thing. No, because Jalen Hurts is squatting like 700 pounds. That's a big QB.
Okay, but
so no. So if you put because if you put Cam Newton on that O-line, he's still gonna get the same touchdowns too.
Yeah, that's a big motherfucker.
You need a big power. You need a big power QB, and I'm not saying that because we have other O-lines who are good too. They can't do it like us, but it's also equal because if they put like a Bryce Young not getting that.
No, it's not about size, and I'm gonna say why. Because coming from the Chargers, look at Justin Herbert. Size him up compared to Jalen Hurts. He's bigger than Jalen Hurts. He's heavier than Jalen Hurts. He might not squat as much as Jalen Hurts, but he's bigger than him size wise. You just compare Cam Newton. Cam Newton don't squat as much as Jalen Hurts, but he's bigger than Jalen Hurts. He squats a lot, but it's bigger
he squats up that too. He squats up to like 600-700 too.
But look at his size difference to Jalen Hurts. He's supposed to do that compared to Jalen Hurts. See what I'm saying? Okay, so look, take a QB like Gardner Minshew. Take a QB like Gardner Minshew, right? Mm-hmm. He squats 550.
He couldn't do it.
It's my point to you. This is my
No, that's what I'm saying. Jalen Hurts. You're proving my point because I said Gardner Minshew is smaller, right?
But look at the O-line that Gardner Minshew has compared to Jalen Hurts. We just talked about the Colts O-line.
No, this is what I'm saying. Gardner Minshew was on the Eagles and he was trying to do it and he didn't get that one time he started.
He tried it this year too, though. So I'm talking about
that's
this
what
year.
I'm saying, but he also tried with the Eagles last year and he was successful. When he started, when Hurts after 2 games, he tried to do a tush push and he couldn't go nowhere. That's what I'm saying, come to size because when we put Gardner Minshew on there and tried to do even Nick Foles, he couldn't get nowhere with him when he played in Super Bowl.
Man, I know y'all.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Nick Foles.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, if you look at size though, that's the reason why I say it's a 2 thing. But the reason why I say it's an even thing is because it matters size too. Yes, we got one of the best O-lines, but it also matters with Hurts too. Is because when we tried with Gardner Minshew playing the Cowboys around the holidays, he didn't do nothing. We lost.
They didn't respect him.
But I'm saying, when we put Hurts in and we're doing tush push, it works because he also has physicality, can move with them.
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew couldn't move. That's why I
Okay,
said,
but
it's
Hurts is
thing.
getting pushed.
We gotta understand.
That's the whole push part.
You gotta understand. Tush push is only like a 2-yard play, 1 yard.
But
and
I'm
a half
saying,
play.
okay, so but if it's only 2-yard play, then why couldn't Gardner Minshew do it? And we have the same O-line from last year. That's what I'm saying.
So next topic, we're going to talk about some NFL MVP
It's an interesting
predictions.
topic. It is.
Some NFL MVP predictions.
He said, "Oh yeah."
I'm gonna go with Mr. CJ Stroud. I'm shooting my wild card. I love what he's doing. Houston needed that, so I applaud you for that. Give the Rook his flowers, please. Mr. E-Lew, who you got?
CJ's top 5. I don't think he's top 5. Top 5 for MVP.
Top 5, top 2.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't give him top 2.
I need this data
just
24/7.
because of
I got
their
something for y'all for this one.
just
You
because
can't
of their
give me
record.
two.
Who you got, bro?
You can't give
who
me
you
2
got?
people. MVP is most valuable player, not most valuable record.
Yeah,
But they don't give that to somebody who's
He's a rookie.
for a team that's only like 500.
He is a rookie,
Yeah.
and look at this team last year versus this year.
It
we
doesn't
won
matter.
3 games last season.
First of all, LeBron been the MVP for the past 15 years.
But that's NBA.
Yeah.
Different.
We're
Okay,
different
so
sports.
let me ask you a question. We can go to college. It's college, but it's still football. Look at Colorado. Look at them last year versus this year. Even though they only won 4 games, they've done a lot better than the Colorado team last year.
Yeah.
Look at the Texans the last really 2-3 years versus this year.
No, CJ is the boy. I'm not deflating that.
And not even
I'm
how
not.
many, not even how many games won. It's how they won the past few games. It's how
It's the
he
positions
won.
he's had to be
It's
in
how
to
he
win those
won.
games
That's true.
too. That
That's
shit.
true.
I can't take
something
away
for
from
y'all.
that.
Who's your MVP?
I see. I don't know. I want to say. Y'all might call me crazy for this. I want to say Tyreek, but at the same time,
That's not
that
That's not crazy.
That's not a bad-
Yeah,
that's
that's
not a
Tyreek
bad-
too.
but Tyreek only does good when his QB gets him the ball. That's what's hard about being an MVP as a receiver. It's like if your QB
fair.
can't get you
That's
the
fair.
ball,
It's dependent, yeah, for sure.
so
For sure. For sure.
Who you got, Mr. DaDa?
I gotta go Stroud, bro. I got
Damn.
and 2 weeks ago, if you asked me this 2 weeks ago, I probably would have said Tyreek.
Man.
I might have said Tyreek,
I got some.
but the one I'm gonna have to go with, man, is Stroud. After the last 2 games, like you can't take away from that, man. Like he doesn't. He's not just good during first, second, third quarter, but if it comes down to the fourth quarter in 2 minutes, he's gonna get it done. And that right there is as a 3-year QB, that's impressive.
Yes.
As a rookie is insane.
Rookie, that's outrageous.
I do want to say something might cause a little drama. I was looking at my Facebook post from the beginning of the season. I was sad about a loss. And someone to the right of me said, what do you got to look up for this young team? You happy about that L? And I said, hey, let's slow down. They're young.
Be humble.
They're getting, they're getting the wheels going. And now he's saying my boy a top 2, a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
I'm saying your QB is.
top 2.
I appreciate you, baby.
Yeah, I got you.
But you did hurt me.
I can tell you who's not.
Ah, shit. Cam, who do you got as your MVP prediction?
I got like a real bold take.
Let's hear it.
I got 3 that's tied right now, so I gotta give them all 3. I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh, shit.
The first one I'm gonna say Myles Garrett.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
That's fair.
I like
That's
that.
fair.
I like that.
That's
I like
fair.
that. I like that.
This is why I'm gonna say Myles Garrett.
I love that.
If you take him off the Cleveland defense, what they're doing?
Bro,
Nothing.
I mean,
Going
and
back
on
to the
top of
paper
that,
brown
they're-
bags.
They're
Yeah.
6-3 because of their defense. Myles Garrett right now is leading the league in quarterback rushes,
Yep.
sacks,
pressures,
and he got that and defensive touchdowns and stuff right now for a lineman.
Okay.
And he's only 20 years old.
I can respect that.
If you take him off that defense, they're borderline gonna make the playoffs if they keep
Yeah.
this up, regardless of the quarterback issue.
most definitely.
Who you got next?
So I'm putting one. My next one, I'm gonna put CJ in there because like what he's been doing. I'm not even gonna lie.
Why you looking at me?
It's just never been mutual.
And
You know
so-
what I mean? Like it's a rare dub.
The very last one, and regardless, like we had debate on my other friends stuff about it and everything. I still gonna put CJ. I mean, he had some great points. I'm still gonna put CJ. You know, he said first year. And the last one, because the only reason, so like the only thing I have against like saying CJ is because like, even though it's his first year, you want to see what he can do past his first year. That's my only argument with it.
Yeah, and some of those L's he took this season.
Yeah,
were,
so like that's my only argument with putting
only team
CJ
lost
as their
Carolina.
MVP his rookie year is because of course it's rookie year, so a lot of people don't have him figured out.
yeah.
So when you want to label somebody MVP, you want to see what they can do beyond their first year. That's when. So, but Myles Garrett been in the league for X amount of years, and nobody still got him figured out. They can't stop him. That man literally went like this and literally blocked a field goal.
Yeah, that shit
and
was
took
wild.
it back.
That
Like,
was
come on,
disrespectful.
bro. Like nobody can figure him out. But I'm still gonna put him in there. But that's my only argument.
Who's your third, TJ?
Yeah, who's your third?
My third one, I'm gonna say it's a tie between TJ Watt or.
Dang, he's giving defense love. I love to see it. I love to see it.
Because I'm gonna take a pause with it, because if you look at the MVP stuff, you might as well name it the quarterback award.
Yeah.
You have if you look back at 2013, JJ Watt should have won that year, but of course everybody gave it to Aaron Rodgers because numbers he put up. But JJ Watt literally
Some psychedelics, bro. It's getting going crazy.
He literally led the league in sacks, the quarterback hurries and rushes and everything, and he had 5 touchdowns as a lineman.
That's my whole point with the MVP award, man. I mean, if you look at the MVP award, it's really out of 32 people. That's it.
Yep. Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
And
So,
who's got one?
That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
all
But
I'm
if you
saying.
look how many.
Go back to that year, and you can look at all. If you look at an array of all positions from that year, we would have at least.
But I'm saying, but look how many quarterbacks have won that versus.
Unanimous.
No defensive player. No matter of fact, I'm glad you said that. No defensive player had won since Lawrence,
Thank you.
Damn.
and no non-quarterback had won since Andrea Peterson, AP, and that was back in 2012. And they only
What a time.
And he had a great year, and he really got that because he came off of ACL early and led the league in rushing and led him to playoffs.
Was that NFC championship?
Yes.
Brett Favre,
Good point,
CTE,
man. Good point.
right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's overall I'm saying. So no, that's the last time. And then on the following season,
getting
JJ
hot.
Watt,
It's getting hot.
JJ Watt
It's getting
was
hot.
number 2 in MVP voting.
This is gonna be a part 1, part 2 episode.
And he ended up getting that. Aaron Rodgers ended up getting it. And JJ Watt had one of the greatest seasons by a defensive lineman.
I like that defensive love though. I like that.
I do too.
That's why I'm gonna give it to. That's why I'm gonna say TJ for that one. Because
Common dub for Cam.
if you take out TJ Watt, Mike Thomas is still a great coach, but that defense is not gonna be correct because you still got because some of the linebackers are out. Micah Fitzpatrick been out. He's been having to carry the load for that defense.
That's fair.
Cole Hogan, he just got hurt. Like everybody been hurt in the defense, and he's still 6-3. How? The defense.
I wonder why they don't have a defensive MVP in an offense.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I said we might as well just name that.
I mean, they got the offensive player of the year.
That's not the same as
Defensive
MVP.
It's definitely not.
Most
Yeah.
valuable
I know it's not the same, but I mean, they.
It's not. You might as well name the MVP, the quarterback award.
If I
because-
told you Herbert got Player of the Year and Lamar got MVP, which one are you? Okay,
Exactly.
Very different. Very.
But my thing is, like, you might as well name the quarterback award. You might as well name the MVP award the quarterback award because I'm not taking on against quarterback. That's one of the hardest positions. I swear, I is. But when it says most valuable player, when you take that most valuable player off teams, they're not going to see as much. And some of these quarterbacks they got Josh Allen in the MVP race, and you can take him off. They still gonna lose.
Yeah,
they're 5-4.
Speaking of Josh Allen, he's got the most turnovers in the past 6 years.
No,
4 years.
No, because last year was Dak.
No, but within,
overall,
within the last 4 to 6 year span, he has the most turnovers out of anybody. And nobody is talking about that.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, Josh Allen was literally top 3 MVP voting. They are 5-4, and he been turning the ball over. That's why I say you can give it. That's my prime example. That's how the quarterback award because you got players like Myles Garrett and TJ Watt carrying their team. They 6-3, and they got a better record, and they're coming back down 20+ on defense
with no QB,
with no QB, and no
QB.
great offensive coordinator.
No.
Yeah.
So that's why I say you might as well. This year I'm giving defense love. I'm not gonna lie.
I love
defense
it.
been
I
carrying.
like
No quarterback really have been eye popping to get MVP award. If you ask me, besides CJ.
Well, let's get to these.
agree
Let's
with
get
that.
to this last prediction, and then we're gonna get to the Royal Rumble. NFL favorites for the Super Bowl. Go.
Can we give 4?
Nah, let you
No,
go.
just one.
Let E go first. Let E go first.
One. What you mean one?
Super Bowl. Who you think's gonna win the Super Bowl this year?
Oh,
Who you
can
got?
I say two? Can I say AFC and NFC?
That's what I meant. Like
Okay.
2 pairs, 4 teams
Okay, we
total.
could do that.
2 pairs, yeah.
I got my Ravens in the AFC.
Okay.
NFC, I feel like it's either gonna be Philly or 49ers. But I got confidence with Philly because I don't think Purdy's ready for all that. So
Purdy hungry.
Yeah, I'll take a little wild card.
My boy Purdy make $800K.
I'll take
he
a.
gonna play.
I'll take this under my Christmas present this year. Little 49ers and Houston Texans action. I'll take that. obviously it's a dream match.
I like it.
But
And what's your realistic one? What's your second one?
yeah,
That's understandable, but you know what I'm saying? As a guy, that's understandable.
I want to say Miami and Philly.
I don't think Miami.
Not Miami.
Miami can't.
I want to see it.
At the
They're
beginning of the year, maybe.
bro,
they're 0-3 against playoff teams this year.
Yeah,
They can't be a playoff team.
we gonna see though. This, like I said, this is just a little.
Okay.
And they would be 0-4 if we didn't have Brandon Staley. Just
Who you got? Who you got, DaDa?
okay. I'm gonna go
Realistically,
I'm gonna go and see. It's hard for me to say the Ravens just because the Ravens have a very good history of choking the shit at the end of the season. Y'all have a very y'all can do good like this, and then it takes that one. You got to remember,
I can't even be mad at that comment.
Always, and I don't hate.
Said it last week.
I don't hate Lamar Jackson. I don't hate Lamar Jackson. You know, I
hate Elijah.
I want him to do good. That's a very good point. Very good point. It's kind of like Cowboys and Cowboys fans. You see what I'm saying? It's not against Lamar Jackson. I love Lamar Jackson. I love what he stands for. You know what I'm saying? What he represents. But as far as a QB, man, like, I mean, I will say them doing this good this year is giving him a little more leeway with the help he has, because the help was kind of a good argument in the past. But if they don't get it done, I'm gonna put the Ravens as one of them. I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna put the Ravens as of right now. Now, as far as the AFC North, I'm gonna go throw a slinger in there. I feel like the Browns are gonna get y'all. I'm just saying, I feel like the Browns is gonna do it. I feel like they're gonna do it.
We're 1-1 this year, so it's really gonna go either way.
I feel like the Browns are gonna do it, and that's my point with the Ravens. They're always choking at the end. Okay, so I'm gonna put the Ravens, and then I'm gonna put Philly. I'm gonna put Philly as my first one. Ravens and Philly.
Okay.
I guess my second one, just kind of like it's a wild card. I'm gonna throw 49ers and. Man, it's so hard. I'm gonna go 49ers and I don't want to say Chiefs because I'm a Chargers fan, but But as far as how the Chiefs just get it done, as much as it angers me, the Chiefs just get it done. It makes me mad, but they get it done. So I'm gonna go Chiefs and San Francisco.
Okay, that's solid.
Solid, huh?
That is solid.
Can't be mad.
Mr. Cam. He said Philly. Fuck it.
Now my first one, I'm gonna say, I think it's gonna be a rematch from last year. My first one, because I mean both teams obviously not playing like they used to play last year. But they know how to get it done at the end of the day.
Exactly. That experience.
And they both have more experience than anybody in Super Bowl right now.
One of them's getting knocked off this year.
Yeah. And I feel like
my curveball.
So I'm gonna say that's my first one because like I said, they both lost some pieces in the offseason. They both the Chiefs don't have no one receiver behind Kelsey. He's a tight end. So they were struggling with that, and they still 7-2. Philly lost a lot of defensive players, and they got next man up. A lot of people been hurt left and right, and they still win at 8-1. So I mean, they both know how to win. And the thing with both Mahomes and Hurts, when they're like down, they're gonna find a way to win. I mean, they both down 10+ against conference teams. They came back and won.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a lot. And when you go in the playoffs, you're playing no but conference. So it's gonna be hard to beat that, especially if they keep winning how they winning to get home field. You're not beating it. They get that first round bye and they get rest and stuff. Yeah, that's gonna be a danger. My second one, I'm gonna say 49ers and Ravens. That'll be my second one. Because like the thing with the 49ers is, even though they're 6-3 now, and even though they lost them 3 games straight, they're gonna find a way to. Adding Chase Young is
I was about to say that.
I forgot.
That needs to be investigated.
Adding Chase Young is
salary caps don't exist.
That's a monster, but. It all falls on Brock Purdy at the end of the day. Like he's not playing how he played last year, which that's why that's my whole point from earlier is that no quarterback is playing how they played last year. This year alone, with all the injuries on top of that. So this is gonna come down to defense this year. And all playoff games go come down to defense. And the 49ers have a good defense. The Ravens have a good defense, but y'all come down to a defensive game. Who make a mistake and what, like you said.
Yep.
So I think on the playoffs this year, the Chiefs finally got defense. Eagles defense has been doing better. It's going to be a defensive playoffs this year. That's what I'm going to call it. So I'm going to say all them teams right there.
Most definitely.
I can agree with that.
It's time, fellas. It's time.
Oh, shoot.
First contract signing in the Rodcast. We have a friendly wager between Mr.
This shit ain't friendly.
Between Mr. E-Lew and Mr. DaDa. So over the past weeks.
Need it.
The past weeks, we've had a long, y'all have seen on my Instagram, the polls, all that fun stuff. We've had a long debate between
Herbert and Lamar.
Mr. Lamar Jackson
not even
versus
a debate.
Justin Herbert.
Not a debate.
And we're talking about QB, not
Talking
running
about
back.
QB.
Not running back. QB. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah.
QB's win, right?
I'm remind everybody.
QB's win.
QB's pass.
QB's win.
QB's throw the ball.
QB's win.
Teams win. QB's throw the ball.
Okay.
But you were close.
Okay.
Carry on, A-Rod.
What are y'all 4-5?
Carry on, A-Rod.
What's
So-
Herbert's record?
Carry on.
So they've made a bet, and I've made a contract, a nice little lovely contract. The bet is these parties agreed to the following bet on the Chargers versus Ravens game scheduled on November 26th. Party A supports the Ravens, Mr. Elijah. Party B supports the Chargers, Mr. DaDa. The stakes of this bet are the loser shall wear the winner's team jersey on the following day and make it their profile picture for a week.
Hey, can we pause that real quick? I brought this shit, Jade.
Oh, shit. Let me show.
I want to make sure it fits.
Oh,
That's what was in the bag.
Oh, I'm just happy it wasn't a gun. Shit.
I want to make sure it fits. I want to make sure it fits for you.
Let me kind of hold this. Let me see.
Yeah.
All right, fits.
It's a good fit. It's a good fit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a bad.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
So as stated, the loser
that.
shall wear the winner's team's jersey on the following day and make it their profile picture for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the
7
loser shall pay the winner $100 American. We're
Cash
talking a
money.
nice Benjamin.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Who knows? He wants it in ones. Let's get disrespectful.
Money in quarters.
Another state. At first, well, that'd be wild. That would be wild. At first, it was dinner, but now the loser shall treat the winner to a bottle of the winner's choice of liquor.
Under 60.
Under 60.
Cause I ain't buying no $300 bottle at the bar.
Under 61. 60 is the cap.
So,
That's a bet.
yeah. That's pretty much it for the contract. I mean, all we need is some signatures now to make it official. you gonna put blood pact. So, Mr. DaDa, you can sign this first. Well, write your name on the Chargers one
Let's go
first.
ahead and do
Yeah. Man, this is some official. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. This
Yeah, go ahead.
first contract signed for the Rodcast.
Hey, this gonna be the last time y'all see
no,
Dede
you
smile.
finish off. You finish off. Do your signature right there.
Oh, right here too. Huh?
Yeah, right there. And then we got in the back. The back is a print and fun. Yeah, your boys. Shout out ChatGPT.
Now shout out A-Rod for this. For real.
Yeah, I'm hanging this shit.
I guess I'm party A, you're party B, huh?
Now put party B for you. Oh well, F it.
Yeah, cause y'all always come in second.
Mr. Elijah, your turn.
Appreciate it.
This is really wild, bro.
This is really wild.
If y'all
First
known,
of all, my signature's better too.
if y'all had known in the chat, they've been going crazy every day.
It's
From
I can't. If I
sunrise-
said some of the shit that is in
yeah,
this
we've
chat,
been canceled
man.
from sunrise to sunset, man. Y'all
About to
don't
get
understand.
canceled. Nah.
I'm talking
We are
about-
official. Official contract has been signed.
Yeah.
We will keep you posted with these two and their bets.
I do want to add something with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, that's here.
You know, 'cause,
this
you know,
is y'all's debate time. So this is
I will
Sit
say.
back.
Uh-huh.
I will-
Go ahead.
Now I will say, we're dealing with two very good QBs right here. Justin Herbert, very good true QB, and you got Lamar Jackson, a very good dual threat, new generation QB.
Winning.
New generation this year. Yes, correct. He's doing very good this year.
Just this year?
But I will say, Lamar has 3 more years than Herbert in the league. Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Herbert has 111 touchdowns. Right.
Ooh, we brought the stats.
Now ask me how many Lamar has.
I'm gonna ask you how many wins Lamar got.
Ooh,
I'll answer that after you ask me this question. All right, since you asked me, I'll tell you. Lamar has also 111 touchdowns.
In 3 years?
3 more years. This is the whole career. So
okay.
over Lamar's whole career and then Justin Herbert's 3 less seasons, they have the exact same amount of touchdowns. 111.
Is this total or just passing?
This is QB touchdowns. Yes. This is not running the ball.
I can't hear you. That's why I asked.
And I also do this. Justin Herbert has 40 picks. Lamar Jackson has 41.
Okay.
And mind you, Lamar has played 3 more years. This is a very long amount of games he's played more than
that stat kind of
Justin
helps
Herbert.
Lamar.
Okay, I'll give you that. All right.
Wait a second.
The longest pass of Justin Herbert's career has been 72 yards.
Oh my God, we're doing the longest pass shit
Hold on.
too of you for real?
I'm gonna give you everything because this is what a QB does. He throws the ball.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
All right, go on.
Because this debate, let's be real, it has been QB.
It's on
QB, not
it's not offense. This is QBs. Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson. That's it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. As long as it's 72, Lamar Jackson's. I'll let you kind of get in the nature of it. What do you think it is?
His longest passing touchdown or pass? Because he got an 80-yard passing touch or an 80-yard pass like a couple weeks ago.
His longest pass of his whole career.
Probably 80.
Probably 80.
I mean, he got that a couple weeks ago.
He got 80 yards, or it looked like it was 80 yards. What was it on paper?
It was 80 yards.
Like, did he throw it 20 and bro
when he threw it to Gus?
That's not.
No, that's not 80. That's run out the catch.
Throwing that hoe. I'm talking about.
Oh, you talking just in the air?
Air
Shit,
down.
I don't.
What a QB does.
Yeah, but I said
probably like 40 or 50.
That was yards out the catch.
Okay, probably like 40 or 50.
It was 57. You're close.
Okay.
Close. You know, his touchdown percentage when attempting to pass is 4.9%. Interception percentage is 1.7. He's lost 794 yards while being the victim of sacks and shit. Lamar Jackson has lost 700 and I think it was 98. Let me see.
Damn.
Hold on, bro.
Man came in with his notes. He came in so happy when he walked in the door.
I came in great.
I got one
yes,
stat
I was
that
right.
deflected off.
Okay, so look, Herbert has completed 1,532 of his 2,288 attempts, right? As far as total yards, he's had 16,438 yards. All right? Let me tell you what Lamar has.
This motherfucker screenshotted everything.
He really did.
I'll start here first. Before I even bring up his total yards,
Okay.
Lamar Jackson has never passed for over 300 and 200 yards in a season. Like, I just want to put that out
For
there.
over what? For over 300 yards?
3,200.
Oh, 3,200?
Yeah, so last year, if you were watching, Mahomes and Herbert, they were in like the 5,000 range. He's never passed for over 3,200 yards. So I'm just going to throw that out there.
Does he need to win?
He needs to be a QB. To be a competent QB.
How?
Yes. I will say this.
Hold on. Okay, go on. You know what? See, no.
I'm asking you a question. If Lamar Jackson is running touchdowns all season, how long do you think that's going to go as far as playoffs? You think in playoffs he's going to be running touchdowns just left and right? No, because you're playing playoff contending defense.
So you telling me you've never seen a QB run for a touchdown in the playoffs?
No, I'm saying that's possible. But I'm saying, do you think he can run touchdowns and carry y'all on his back through playoffs to get you to Super Bowl?
Yes.
Without getting hurt. Look at the last game alone.
Look at Herbert in his 3 years.
Okay,
What's his record?
I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson tweaked his ankle this past game, and he was out for way more plays than Justin Herbert was last season with broken ribs. Do you understand that?
Oh, I forgot he played that shit.
And not even just with broken ribs, because
Damn.
everybody seems to forget this. Because you got a great QB like Hurts, right? Y'all's injuries and all that, everyone's injuries gets accounted for.
Okay.
He didn't fracture his ribs. He broke them. He didn't bruise his ribs. He didn't tweak his ribs. He broke his ribs.
He should have sat out because them niggas were losing.
No, pause. But hold on. We weren't losing because of him. You know why? Because we had. Before you interrupt, we were throwing. Look who we were throwing to. Michael Bandy. You know who that is?
You know who we throwing to?
Bro, Michael Bandy. He's in the XFL now, right? Not even a factor. That should tell you something.
Okay.
He was our number 2 receiver.
Okay.
DeAndre Carter. He's not even a receiver. He's their punt returner for the Raiders, kick returner for the Raiders. That should tell you something.
Okay.
These are our number 1, number 2 receivers.
Mm-hmm.
He still threw for over 5K yards.
Who was Lamar throwing to last year?
gonna say.
Actually, who was Lamar throwing to for the past 6 years besides Mark Andrews? And what's his record?
Hollywood
for like 2 or 3 years, and then he got traded to Arizona.
Okay, but how many games did Hollywood play? It's about consistency. Keenan Allen and our receivers, they don't play half the season.
Yeah, I say.
Let alone
I said Big Mike never played.
Bro, they don't play more than 5 games total. And then if you're talking about games with each other, that's like more like 3 or 4.
The
See
Chargers still got a better receiving core than the Ravens.
Not active.
Not this year.
No.
Not this year, but ever since Lamar got in the league up until now.
What? Bro, we have not had, bro, I promise you, Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, like these two right here, we have not had a good 2 receiver core.
If you can name one receiver Lamar threw to besides Mark Andrews and Hollywood for like 2 years, who else? Give me one. You have all the time in the world. Give me one.
Yeah, man, I can.
James Prochet. That's my homeboy. Come on. That's my. Hey, don't do that. But he's cold. But I just didn't use him right. Because I would say he won it for Cleveland.
I will say though, Prochet versus Michael Bandy and DeAndre Carter.
Prochet's way better.
He's a true receiver. DeAndre Carter and Michael Bandy are not true receivers, bro. Michael Bandy is like 5'6", 5'7".
Okay, so you got all them yards and you still lose.
Prochet is cold as hell, man.
He got all. This is my point to you because you said we lost because of Herbert. How did he get over 5K yards and we lost because of him? That's not how that goes.
Let me look it up.
You gotta understand. You have Harbaugh. We have Staley. We didn't have Kellen Moore last year. We had Joe Lombardi. If you look at Joe Lombardi now in his history, bro, that is probably one of the top 2 worst offensive coordinators in the NFL. We all know that.
I got his receivers that
Ravens had. Thank you.
Yes,
Let's say
Marquise Brown. Hold on.
That's Hollywood.
Hold on. Nelson. Well, he got Nelson Aguilar this year. Rashad Bateman, Willie Snead.
Snead was
John Brown.
No. You ain't never heard of Snead until he went to the Ravens.
Bro, Snead was good.
He was cold with New Orleans.
He was cold.
He was nice in New Orleans.
That was a quick ass receiver. Snead was good.
Michael Crabtree.
You can't say nothing about Michael Crabtree.
Stop
say
it.
something about
Stop
Michael
it.
Crabtree.
I don't.
He was in his last legs.
Sammy Watkins, DeMarcus Robinson, Devin Duvernay, Deshaun Jackson, Miles Boykin,
bro,
Seth Roberts, James Prochet.
Bro,
that's it.
We getting niggas at the last years of their career. Come on, bro.
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
It's like the Lakers.
Let me ask you a question then. Okay, so if you bring up that point, then why are you so excited about OBJ?
He just had 100.
He had 100 for the first time since 2019. You just brought it up.
And I'm happy about it.
2021.
And guess what? We won. Did y'all win last week?
But you're making my point.
Did y'all win last week?
You're making my point. You're saying that y'all only get good receivers, big name receivers toward the end of their tenure.
Which is true.
But you have OBJ and you're very excited about it. That's the same excitement you had when y'all got Deshaun Jackson. It's the same excitement you had when you got Brown. It's my point to you.
No. Hollywood was a rookie when we got him.
You're only saying, and there was excitement. This is my point. Look at how good he did in college. It's the reason why you had excitement.
But that's not the end of his career. He's just getting started with Baltimore.
So then you're helping my point that y'all don't just get receivers at the end of their career. You get good receivers, period.
Besides Hollywood, who else? Besides Hollywood, who else?
Through the whole Duvernay, he was good in college too. Just a UT legend right there.
Duvernay solid.
You know what I'm saying?
He's the only one who's been there for multiple years.
Go ahead and give him the Chargers, bro. Go ahead and give him the
Chargers.
Chargers.
He said,
come on.
He ain't showing all of them right now.
Man, I wish
I
was the fucking.
I'm
good.
trying to find the Chargers.
They didn't need help. I don't need no help. I don't need no help.
Nah, it ain't showing all the Chargers. Matter of fact, hold on. Chargers, wide receivers. When Herbert came in, like, what year he came in?
2017, 18.
Okay.
Look up his career record since then too.
Oh wow.
You gotta look at his coach though. Give us Harbaugh and see what he does.
I'm gonna say no. He came in 2020.
What he does with a Harbaugh.
2020.
I thought you didn't like Harbaugh.
I said I liked Harbaugh. I said you need to like Harbaugh.
I do.
You should. You very should. I promise you should. Because look, you put Brandon Staley on, even with your defense now, put Brandon Staley in charge of your defense, and you think your defense is gonna look like that? No, bro. No.
I don't even know who.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
The head coach?
All right, I'm looking at receivers.
Now I can see why you don't like Herbert, because you ain't even watching. You ain't even watching. You don't even know whose fault it is. I
don't watch shit teams.
All right, so this is the Chargers for 2020.
I did last season.
Okay, so you have Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Hunter Henry.
Damn, Davis Mills.
Just Gooden. You have T. Johnson. What the hell?
Exactly. When you can't name a name, that's the point. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know his names.
Thank you.
That's
Donald Parham.
Okay, I know who that is. I know Josh Kelly.
That's Terrell Johnson. Fucking ass. Let's see.
Yeah, these
Joshua Kelly.
They ain't playing this game.
You've never even seen. I've never seen his name.
Yeah, this 20. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. 20.
Look,
he yawning.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And actually, we can go down the list and compare all these receiver stats, and you will see that your receivers blow them out the water.
Okay,
right.
first of all,
these are no names.
This debate is who's the better QB.
This is my point. A QB.
What does the QB do?
You just said earlier with the QB and receiver, it's dependent on the QB who's throwing to him. You said that earlier, so that's
as
making this point.
As far as the receiving stats,
he needs help, A-Rod.
I don't need no help.
My bad.
I don't need no help. That's all I'm gonna say, man. It's just as dependent with a receiver. Look at Lamar Jackson and Aguilar with that one game. You can highlight that one game. Look at Lamar Jackson's stats and look at how much better they would have been if Aguilar would have not dropped all them passes. That's all I'm gonna say. And I was talking shit about Lamar that game. But if Aguilar would have caught all them passes, then it would have made who look better in the end.
Against the Steelers? You
Bro,
talking about that
don't
game?
act like you don't remember all the passes that
you was raging in chat.
The whole NFL was talking about it.
Yeah, but we dropped 8 passes. First of all, it wasn't just Aguilar. It was the whole receiver core.
It was Aguilar. It was
Bateman. Zay. It was Bateman. It was Mark Andrews dropped a touchdown pass. That's on Lamar?
Bro, I'm helping Lamar. I'm saying his stats would have been better if they would have caught the ball.
Okay.
So therefore it's just as dependent on the receivers with the QB as it is the other way around.
End of the day, you losing fucking games. And no. Hold on.
And as long as y'all
hold on. See, you don't even want to let me talk. You dapping this nigga up.
You get mad.
I waited a week for it. As long as y'all saw, I will say this: the Chargers this year versus the Ravens this year will be a good game, and I'm going to tell you why.
You niggas.
As far as the Ravens and the Chargers goes, talent wise, it's a very, very even matchup. I'm saying talent wise,
yeah,
it's a very even match. That's who's on the field. It's the talent. The talent's on the field playing. Mm-hmm. And I will say, as far as coaching, we all know you blow us out of the water with coaching. But I will say this, and it's very sad to say, but knowing the Chargers' history and their tendencies, I promise you, they have a very good chance to come out here and beat y'all, because that's what the Chargers do. They'll come out and beat a Ravens team, and then we'll come back and lose against Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and unfortunately, that's just what it is. But as far as the Ravens team, we tend to play either down to teams or we play up to teams. It's never in between. We always play up or down.
I was telling A-Rod this earlier. I was like, I like the Ravens because we played against Detroit, smacked the shit out of Detroit, but then we came back and had a close game against Arizona. I'm like, I don't know.
Like
and that was second half, all second half. Y'all took y'all foot off the gas. That's what's gonna hurt y'all in the playoffs if y'all don't start doing that.
So I don't know.
So like I said, like
it'll be a good game. It'll be a good game.
And I will say this: you can look at the Lions game. I mean, who expected the score to go that high?
Yeah.
Who?
For y'all game?
Yeah, for our game. Because everybody had the Lions blowing us. You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
Yeah. Because Detroit's a top, apparently on paper, it's supposed to be a top defense.
Yeah. And not even that. Look at their offensive coordinator, too. Like, I mean, they got a very solid, and their head coach. They all have really good.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? They won by 3 in the last drive. And I'm going to take it back to Miami game. They won by 3 in the last not even minute. Mm-hmm. And all this can be saved by coaching. 3 points, that's a coaching issue. That can either be a coaching issue.
Yeah, that's true.
3 points is always could be, coach can make or break that. You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
Always. That's all I'm going to say about the Chargers.
Okay, hold on. Since we on this topic.
That's all I'm going to say about the Chargers.
Since we on this topic.
And Mark Andrews out just did us a big favor. That's because true. Tight ends against our defense is our biggest killer.
I know.
Isaiah Likely? We're good. We're good with Isaiah Likely. Like, with Mark Andrews
fight
playing,
back, Craig.
This would be scary. But I will say, number one killer with Chargers defense is tight ends. They have Musgrove going for like, I think 60 or 70 the Green Bay game. That should tell you something with tight ends. Yeah. But Isaiah Likely, what I saw, we're good. I promise you, we're good.
He's cold. He's not no Mark Andrews.
It take one hit from Derwin James.
I wouldn't say cold. He ain't bad.
He's not. He's not.
He's solid.
He's not.
Regardless,
I'm sorry. As far as blocking purposes,
I wanted November to ask you. 26th.
So you good with blocking? As far as scoring, he's not an anytime scorer like Mark Andrews.
I'll take Dawson.
Trying not to be toxic. I want to ask you. Predictions to the Ravens-Chargers game. Like, realistically.
Score?
Yeah, score.
Score? Okay, knowing the Chargers, I know it's going to be within 3. This is my whole point. I know it'll be within 3. As far as exact score, I'm going to go with, because I think it's going to be a high-scoring game because of our defense. The lack of our defense was going to make our offense play how they always play when our defense lacks. So the fact that I know your offense might actually tear our I'm not going to say tear us apart, but because when our defense plays, we come to play. When they come to play. But I know y'all will definitely score over 21. 21, I'm going to say 27. 24. Yeah. I'm going to have to go there.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm saying 30-30.
Yeah,
on whoever.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be by 10. Maybe 10? I'm just biased as a motherfucker.
Think it's gonna be by 10.
I said, the only thing that's gonna hurt y'all is your second half. Y'all never lit up in the second half.
Okay, actually,
no.
7. I think it's gonna be 31-24.
31-24.
As long as y'all get y'all second half together, bro, that's the only thing gonna kill y'all.
And see, that's the thing. Y'all don't play as good as second half. And
We play like shit.
We don't play good until the second half. Like,
It's
very backwards. So you're gonna have to do your work early, and we're gonna have to really get in there and end the game. Like,
We're gonna see.
Broadcast people, I hope you guys are excited for this. November 26th. I hope everyone tunes in on this game. And yeah, this picture of the loser wearing the winner's jersey will be on the broadcast profile too.
yes, it will.
So
Yes, it will.
excited for that. I'll be honest, guys. We're at an hour and 40.
Oh shit.
So we can wrap it up.
Let's wrap it
Very
up.
good episode.
That was good. I'm gonna make this 2 parts. I'm gonna make it the NBA part and then the whole NFL.
Good old Skip Bayless move,
Yeah.
huh? I like it. I mean, DJ Vlad move, huh?
I'm dead.
No, but yeah, thank you guys again for joining episode 26 of the Rodcast. Get your Dead Battery merch, man. It's getting chilly.
Yep.
Mr. E-Lew is about to drop another album. Let's get ready for some cooking. Mr. DaDa, if he terrorizes you, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you. But no, honestly, happy you guys joined me. Honored. I wish you guys were the permanent co-hosts. That'd be great. But I understand everyone's busy all the time. But speaking of that,
Appreciate you, A-Rod.
yeah, I appreciate y'all.
man.
All the people who have reached out to me, we're going to get cooking. I promise. I had to get used to this dad thing. I'm loving every single bit of it. So I think I'm ready to get the ball rolling with the Rodcast and get your stories out. Or anyone really, whoever wants to get on this to just talk the shits or just tell their story. I'm down. Hit me up on the Rodcast. But yeah, man, again, I appreciate you guys for another solid episode of a lot of toxic, but
Yeah.
but yeah, man,
All love at the end of the day.
yeah, we'll be back at it like a crack addict. Hopefully next week, maybe, because thanks.
Go Chargers.
Yeah. Ooh. Texans Nation. That's right.
Keep it up.
Fly Eagles fly.